if you didn't notice, I have on a Halloween costume. I'm Togepi. Hey, so first of all, before we get into the episode, I want to give a shout out to Mad About Cigars. That's what I call them, because what I see on my bank statement from all the money I spend, it says Mad About Cigars. I know on their window it says Cigar Lounge, but I think they're called Mad About Cigars. I put their location up there. But I went in there the other day, and the lady in there gave me a cutter. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Look at that. It says, I think you can see the MAC. I call them Mac, Mad About Cigars. Gave me a cutter because my cutters, I don't know if you can see that, but the blades on there is trash. Plastic. So shout out to Mad About Cigars. Shout out to the Mac. If you ever find yourself in the Doral area, go ahead and hit them up. Great ambiance. Smells good in there, looks good in there. It's a vibe. It's a real vibe. So, announcements. Everybody knows I usually record. Sometimes I try to record Saturday, but a lot of times I record Sunday. I edit Sunday and I drop Sunday. But next weekend I will be out the country. So what I'm going to try to do is record another episode Monday, probably edit it Monday or Tuesday, and just set it to drop. Because on YouTube you can set the date to drop on Sunday, because I will be out the country. I'm going to try. So yeah, you know, I'm a working man. You know, we gotta work. We gotta do what we gotta do to pay these bills. One more thing before we get into the episode. Shout out to y'all, man. Last episode we was, it was our 200 subscriber celebration. I turn around and look. It's at 280. We almost at 300. So shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all, man, for real. So what we're gonna do for our 500, subscribers, I think we're probably gonna hit that. Maybe hit that before 2025. Who knows? But that episode will be dedicated to you, to the supporters. I don't like calling people fans, and the supporters, the subscribers. You guys know when y'all comment, whether it's y'all comment on the YouTube, the shorts, TikTok, I'm in the comments right with y'all, boy. I'm in there with you. I'm in the trenches with you. And there are some people that agree and disagree, but I love the engagement. I want to thank y'all. So when I say it's going to be all about y'all, I've screenshotted, I've written down the comments. I'm going to show the comments, and we're going to discuss the comments that were made on some videos. We're going to go through them. It's going to be all about y'all, man. I'm a YouTuber, and I don't think that I don't notice my day ones, the day one guards that's been here since one subscriber. I got y'all. So if this channel ever do like blow up, should wait. But the day ones, if we ever get to the point where we have merch or anything like that, my day ones gonna be getting some free shit. Like I said, I'm a YouTuber. I come from it from a watching standpoint. You send me your address, send it to your crib. For the day ones, for the guards and the guardettes. So thank y'all, man. I really do appreciate that. So let's get into the show.
Ma'am, I should warn you, I do have the authority to make a citizen's arrest.
Taser, taser, taser!
I got people threatening my safety. I'm the security officer here.
You ain't no real cop, you a flashlight cop.
All right. So today's episode, it's not a happy one. We're going to watch the clip and we're going to discuss it. This takes place with a guardhouse or gatehouse security. I've worked guardhouse, gatehouse security back in the day for a few years when I worked for Securitas. It was at Gordon's Food Service, GFS, right behind Miami-Dade College. So I am extremely familiar with what's going on in this clip. I've also worked gatehouse security at, residents. This episode it's going to be dealing with the gatehouse security. So without any further ado, I would like to entitle this episode Tragedy at the Gatehouse. Lego.
But first, today at 5, a dispute over food delivery turns deadly. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 5. I'm Glenda Lewis. Detroit police say one man is in custody after shooting and killing another man during the altercation. It happened late last night at Detroit Manufacturing Systems on Southfield Road on the city's west side. And today, loved ones sharing these photos of the victim who they're identifying as 31-year-old Harmon Ulmer. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham in Detroit, raising the voice of the victim's mother, who explains what she wants to see happen, and speaking with co-workers who were shaken up.
Lucretia Banks tells me she stood within feet of her son's vehicle, his body still inside after he had taken his last breath. A traumatic moment after taking a phone call no parent wants to receive.
Heartbreaking. That's my firstborn. That's my only son. So very, 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 very heartbreaking.
Lucretia Banks says she rushed to Detroit Manufacturing Systems where her son, 31-year-old Harmon Ulmer, had worked for 2 years. She learned he had been shot by a security guard at the gate. Banks says she had a chance to speak with some of her son's co-workers.
They also said that that particular guard that shot my son was always aggressive and very, rude and cocky with everyone.
Detroit police aren't sharing many details, but they say around 11:30 Sunday night, an altercation took place between two men. Gunfire was exchanged. One man died. Banks says this was over food delivery. She says her son had a friend drop off some food to him on his lunch break. The security guard at the gate did not allow the friend onto the property, which is protocol. But she says when her son drove to the gate to pick up the food, things escalated.
So when he got down there to get the food, it was two guards that basically was muttering like, don't have her come back up here. And, they were exchanging words. And one of them pulled out a gun, shot my son. My son was only shot one time. Speaking to the head detective several times this morning, it was confirmed that my son was never aggressive, that it was indeed the security guards that was the aggressor and that pulled the gun. They did say my son pulled the gun afterwards.
Detroit police tell me who drew their weapon first is under investigation.
Everybody in the plant scared. Nobody wanted to come back to work today. They hosted a meeting as soon as we got here and was trying to figure out, if they was, offering counselors and stuff, but a lot of people was in there saying that we should never came to work today.
I knew we used to work on the line together. We used to work on the one line down there. He was cool. He was a solid dude.
For you, what does justice look like?
I am going to make sure to the fullest of my extent, with every breath in my body, every blood boiling through me, that I'm going to make sure that those two gentlemen do time.
In a statement to 7 News Detroit, Detroit Manufacturing Systems expressed its condolences and said, in part, quote, "The safety and security of our employees is our top priority. We are fully cooperating with local authorities to provide all necessary information regarding this isolated incident that occurred between Mr. Ulmer and an employee of a third-party security company," end quote. In Detroit, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
All right. You've heard it. So let's get into it. The son called a friend. The mother said her, so it was a female. I'm assuming it was a female. Said, "Hey, come bring me some food." The friend got there. The security guards didn't allow her entry. Let's stop there. One thing on this channel, what we're going to do, we're going to be really real. We're going to be really real here. Nobody likes security. Security is disrespected. I think the most disrespected out of any job is just disrespected. Nobody likes security. You can look at someone and what the fuck you looking at? You know, it's just disrespected. Here's what I think happened. This is my opinion. Please, if the family of the victim see that this is, I'm not blaming who, what, I'm just coming from a security guard standpoint because of all the years and that I've been in security, still doing it, gatehouse security. Here's what I think happened. The woman pulled up with the food. It probably was his girlfriend. Said her. I'm assuming. And the security guard said, "You cannot come in." That's their policy. When I worked for GFS, the employees, when people was to bring them food, they would park like on the curb. They wouldn't try to come in. They'd just park on the curb. The employee would come out, get the food, and go back in. Why that didn't happen in this situation, I have no idea. So the security guard said they can't come in. What I think is that friend got on the phone, and we all know when security tells somebody something, they get upset. When they tell the other person what happens, they add things that didn't happen, or say they said things that they didn't say, and then the tone of they're angry. Oh, the security guard they being rude, blah, 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 blah. That's what I think happened. The son, he's at work, inside work. He either has the gun on him while at work, which most places you cannot work with your firearm on you, or he had his car there and the gun was in his car. So he had to leave out the plant, go to his car, get the gun, then come to the security gate. Or he already had the gun on him while in work, which I doubt, and then go to the security gate. So he had a gun on him. When he gets there, keep in mind, nobody likes security. He's trying to defend the girl, defend her honor. We all know how some of those things goes. And they go back and forth. The mother said that the detective officially said that the security was the aggressor. Yet, in the clip, it said, all those cameras around, it said they don't know who drew their gun first. So the detective said the security was the aggressor. How do they not know who drew their gun first? You do with that information what you will. Could it be that when the son walked up, the security guard saw the print of the gun on his hip or something, and then him approaching the security guard very aggressively, and he see the gun on the print, and it's a print of the gun on his hip or whatever. Then the security guard drew his weapon, and then the son drew his weapon, and then the security guard shot. Could that have happened? That's one scenario. Could the son have walked out, got real aggressive, pulled his gun out, then the security pulled his gun out? Could they both pull their gun out at the same time? Who knows? Here's the facts, though. He came out the plant, went to the car, got a gun, then came to the guardhouse, or he already had the gun on him coming out the plant. One of those, it had to be one of those situations. Gun didn't just appear out of thin air and end up in his possession. I know that when you're working gatehouse security, especially from people that work there, it says he'd been working there 2 years. And it also said that the mother said that other employees said that though that security guard was aggressive with everyone. The thing is, when you're working at a site for a while, you're going to have rifts with people. Maybe, the security guard told them over the years, or told employees over, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't come in with this, and that gives people bad blood. So really nobody there probably doesn't like security. Oh, security ain't let me do this. Security, they said I couldn't do that. So now when they're telling them about the attitudes of the demeanor of the security guard, it's like, oh, the security guard, he always aggressive, he don't let nobody in, when it could be just the security just doing their job. And so unfortunately, it's very tragic what happened. I wish it didn't happen, but we as security guards know what the deal is. We know what it really is out here in these streets. So that's what I think would happen, man. I don't think that could the son come out, approach the security guards and said, hey fellas, how you doing today? Is there a reason why you're not letting my friend in, fellas? I don't think that's what happened. Let's be really real here. That's not what happened. He probably came out aggressive. They got to arguing, and it's a thing where, especially when two men, security guard or not, but when another man approaches another man, whether the security guard approaching him or he approaches on some, getting crunk, getting butt type stuff, it's human emotion. Like, hold on, man, like, so either way it would have went, That's what I think. This is what I think. This is my opinion. I'm looking at it from hindsight. Could it be that the security guard was totally wrong? And if he is, 100 years in jail, fine. Could it be that the son was totally wrong? If you would have approached the security guard and not had a weapon at all, would he still be alive today? Think about that. Why do you have a gun on you approaching a security guard in the first place? If you had your gun with you in the plant, why do you got your gun in the plant? I'm sure that policy can't have no weapon in there. And if you didn't have your weapon while working, why did you leave the plant, go somewhere, get a gun, and then approach the security guards? We have to think about that too. So that tells you the mindset that he had on the way to the guardhouse. So, did the female caller call her son, was like, hey, they didn't let me in. Could you just come get the food? It's against their policy to let someone in. No, I doubt that happened. I'm sure, but they ain't, they said that. I'm sure it was something like that. That's my opinion again. And also, the mother said something else. The mother said that the security guards told her son, hey, don't have her come back up in here. Are those the exact words with the exact tone that they said? Could the security guard say, hey, bro, you know our policy. You've been here 2 years. You know our policy. You know we can't let them in. So please, like, don't do that. Could it have been that? Could the security guards been aggressive? Hey, man, you know, don't let her in. Who knows? But all in all, you've been there 2 years. You know the policy is if you don't work there, have no business there, you're just dropping off food. You know they can't come in. You know that. So, tragic, man. Tragic. I wish it didn't happen. So, if you guys rock with your boy, if you enjoyed that episode, go ahead and... Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and comment, because when y'all come, I'm down there with you. I'm in the comments with you. Go ahead and follow us, and on we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on X, we're on Instagram, and I follow back. So I try my best to follow back and interact with people. So don't forget, guard your family, guard yourself, guard your friends. This has been an episode of Top Flight Security of the World. I am your boy, your host, your friendly neighborhood security guard, Flashlight. Hey, man, I wish y'all a happy Halloween. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
You ain't no real cop, you a flashlight cop.